everyone, it's me, Chrissy. I am with Staying Focused and Organized, Women in Business on Facebook. We also have a group page, and the group page is basically for those who have attended our meetups. I wanted to do a little video to kind of give you guys a recap on what we covered on Sunday at our February Goal Planning meetup. Some of you guys couldn't make it and you wanted to come and you kind of wanted to have some information to take along with you to get you geared up and ready to knock this month out. For those of you that didn't join us in January, I'll go ahead and cover a few topics about writing goals, like just starting them out. I use a planning system with sticky notes, and you can either put them on a mirror, a poster board, or whatever, but the main thing is you write your goals out, sticky notes, you put them on the left side of something. Wall, bathroom mirror, poster board, whatever. After you accomplish that goal, you move it to the right hand side. So within that month, you'll be moving goals from the left side to the right side. I'll get down to breaking up big goals here in a little bit. There's 4 areas that you could kind of work on. Not really work on, but you can kind of move your goals around to work for. Goal area ideas is a more, perfect term. But there's health and fitness is one goal area. What do you want to accomplish in your health? Whether it's, go to the doctor to get inspections. What to say inspections? Your body doesn't need to get inspected. More like a physical, get examined. That's the right word. Fitness, you want to lose weight. You want to get back in shape. You want to start walking, running, jogging, whatever. The next area is family and spiritual. Do you want to go back to church? Do you want to spend more time with family? Do you want to meet up with family that you haven't seen in a while? Finances and career. What kind of goals do you have for your finances, and what do you want to accomplish in your career? And the last one is home and personal. What do you want to accomplish in your home life, your personal life? Whether it's clean out the garage or start reading personal development books, stuff like that. And making goals can't all be serious. I mean, sometimes we get so wrapped up in making goals to accomplish things that we have on our agenda, things that we want to do, our dreams, our passions, our visions. And then sometimes that can become overwhelming if you're not having fun in the middle. So along with all those goals, my mentor has always talked about creating a bucket list. Yeah, bucket lists are normally things that you want to do before you die, but we changed it up, and bucket lists are things that we want to do each season. So right now I have my winter bucket list, all sorts of things. And many people think that stuff you do for fun has to cost a ton of money. Like, you have to go on a vacation, you have to go on a road trip, you have to plan out this elaborate thing. But it can be really simple. It can be just going camping in the backyard with a tent. Set up a tent, go in the backyard, camp out, roast marshmallows. Mop your floor with old socks. Your floor may not get clean, but your kids will have a blast. I think you will too. Take a long walk. So many times we get wrapped up in working and we forget to go outside and enjoy the beautiful sunshine. Get your nails done. Car wash day. Spend time outside washing the cars. If it's summertime, put some shorts on, flip-flops, no shoes, wash each other while you're at it. If you live in a small town, or if you just moved somewhere, or even if you have been in your area for a long time, take a little day to explore the areas that you wouldn't normally go to. There's hidden gems in every town and every city. And so many times you live in a certain place and you never even know what's behind your city or what's behind your town. And that's just, gives you a little idea. Go to the beach. Yeah, it's winter time. But hey, get some blankets, grab some pillows, hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, gloves, whatever, and just get out there and enjoy listening to the waves. Take time to calm down, to let your spirits settle, and to stop being so busy all the time. It's basically what the bucket list is for, so let you enjoy life. So, with that, I'll go right into some of the topics that we talked about. And one thing is, we have all these goals, but sometimes we don't know how to even write them, or how to even get started with writing goals, or anything of that sort. So ask yourself these questions. What are your dreams? What are some things that you want to accomplish this year? Have you decided yet that you will stay committed? That you're going to be committed to your goals? That you're going to be committed to following through with them? Are you stuck in your comfort zone and nothing seems to get you out of it to even think that you have a dream or a vision? So many people go day in and day out without a vision for their life. And God has a plan for all of us to be more than what we think we can be. You need to decide not to accept less than what you're capable of. You're capable of so much more than you think. What are you going to do this month? What will you do this month? It's a whole new month, and it's up to you to accomplish something if that's what you want to do. But if you don't want to do it, don't bother. What did you accomplish last month? Did you fall off the wagon? Did you start the whole month on fire, ready to go, ready to knock things out, but after the first or second week, it just kind of went downhill from there? The truth is, it is totally up to us. If you fall off the wagon, don't consider it a loss. Consider it, okay, well, I had a bad day, I had a bad week. I'm going to pick up right where I left off. I'm going to pick it back up, rejuvenate, and then get this going again. Take action and make things happen. And speaking of making things happen, I've been reading a book called Make It Happen. And it's actually a book written by a Christian lady, and she leads you through taking a leap of fear. Surrendering your fear and taking a leap of faith. And it's basically a book that you work through. You can't just read it chapter by chapter and call it a day. You have to read it, think about it, write something down, come back to it, think some more, journal, all that kind of stuff. And you can see in the beginning that I have quite a bit of area that was highlighted and underlined and all kinds of things. But right now, this is a goal that I carried on from the January, but I have this much left. And if it wasn't a work-through book, I would have been done already. It's a great book to get you in the gear of making things happen. It really gets you to the underlying issues of what could possibly be going on in your life that's causing you not to be all that God created you to be. One great question that can come up is, how does one accomplish a huge goal? And really, you have a huge goal. It's all about breaking that huge goal down. That huge goal can become overwhelming just by looking at the goal itself. But in order to get it done, you have to come back to baby steps. What's it going to take for you to get from point A to point B to point B to point C and then accomplish this goal? It's not going to happen in one step. It takes baby steps to get there. So what can you work on? What do you need to work on in order to make this happen? Do you need to make some phone calls? Do you need to bring somebody on board with you? Do you need to start bartering maybe with another vendor or a business owner or maybe a friend or something like that? Do you need to attend meetups for inspiration? Get with some other women and be inspired. We sit with our own thoughts all the time, and our thoughts tend to take over. We don't see anything else besides ourselves, so that's all that we think. That's all that we know. And if you don't get out with other people, you don't hear their stories, you don't hear their struggles, you don't hear what they're going through. That's going to make you feel human and not alone. Do you need to attend networking events? I know I do. And one of my little fears is getting out there and talking to people, but look at what I'm doing now, right? Do you need to wake up earlier? Do you need to become more consistent? Do you need to make a daily schedule in order to focus so that you can accomplish those little baby steps? Do you need to talk to a mentor? Do you need to get out and meet new people? Say one of your goals is to lose a certain amount of weight. How can you lose X amount of weight by a certain time frame? Do you need to work out every day? That's a baby step to get to that big goal. Say you want to buy a house. That's a huge goal. How are you going to get there? You need to start saving money. You need to start watching your finances. You need to start budgeting. You need to start tackling your debt, if you have any. Do you need to ask for help? Do you need to step out of your comfort zone? And on to the topics that we covered. One of the topics was, I think I lost it. No, I didn't. How do you get back on track after falling off the wagon? And that is so hard for so many people, because you fall off the wagon, you had a bad week, you had a bad day, and so many times our minds make us want to just give up. But don't give up. Accept what happened. Accept that. You know what? Last week really sucked. I didn't get to wake up early, I didn't get to accomplish my goals, I didn't make it to the gym, but guess what? It's okay. Today is a new day. Start fresh. Forget about yesterday. Start here. Start now. Forget about the rest. And go forward. Revisit those goals. Maybe you didn't put them in front of you. Maybe you stuffed them inside of a drawer and you didn't look at them again. Maybe you put them on the bookshelf and put some books behind it. Pull those goals out. Revisit them. Look over them. Read them. Your goals cannot accomplish. You cannot accomplish your goals if you're not looking at them every single day. I wrote my goals down in my planner, and I wrote them down on my wall. Well, not on the wall, but on a poster board taped to the wall. And sometimes it takes rewriting those goals, maybe in a different pen color. I like color. Stuff like that pops out to me. So if I maybe originally wrote my goals down on a piece of paper, didn't skip any lines, and everything was all in color, it starts to blend in and become a huge blur, to me at least. So color coding for me really works. Toss out the self-doubt. Stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking it's the end of the world because you didn't accomplish X, Y, and Z. Toss it out. You are so much more than what you think you are. You can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. If you keep going and you keep trying and you keep pushing and never ever choosing to give up. And one thing that you need to do as well is to believe in your goals. Sometimes we write goals down because it's something that we want to accomplish. But after we have it written down, you're like, oh, this is just so much. How can I ever accomplish this? You have to believe that you can do it. Start visioning yourself doing it. Start seeing yourself accomplishing them. Start thinking about what's the best thing that can happen. Don't think about what's the worst thing that can happen. Decide to step out of your comfort zone. Sometimes our goals or some goals on our lists can sometimes be a goal that isn't easy to accomplish. It requires you to do something that you haven't done before. But another thing that you can do is to, excuse me, I need some water. Is to talk positively to yourself. What are you feeding your mind? Feed your mind with positivity. Our thoughts, our words have so much power. And if they're negative, they can make you feel like you can't do anything. But if you replace those thoughts with positive thoughts and positive words, anything that comes out of your mouth, let it be something positive that's going to build you up. Let it be life. Because words can speak death and cover everything and make everything disappear. Meaning it makes you feel like you can't do anything, so you just start, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. And you close the chapter, and you close the door, and you close everything up, and you pack it away. And then you end up with another year of flowing through. The next topic is, how do you revamp your goals to continue to be successes throughout the year? You celebrate your accomplishments. Goals don't mean anything if you just check them off. Celebrate what you did. It energizes you to keep going. Have an accountability partner. Somebody that you've been friends with for a long time, or maybe it's somebody that you just met that is interested in the same things that you do. Get together for coffee once a week. Let each other know what's working, what's not working, what you can do better. Have them give you constructive criticism. Get involved with our page or our group. The group is actually for those who have attended our meetups, and the page is for everybody. You can get on there and type in something. You can be involved. You can put yourself out there, and it's okay. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Myself and Nicole Soriano, we run that page, and we want to help you. It's our passion to help people. We love putting others before ourselves. It's not always the greatest thing, but it's what makes our hearts full, and we love it. And the truth is, only you can accomplish these goals. Do what it takes to knock them out. Don't accept no for an answer. Don't accept any excuse for an answer. Get it done. Say you have a goal, a recurring goal, or maybe a one-time goal. One-time goals can be really fun. You knock it out, you can move that goal to the calendar, to the right-hand side. It's done, it's over. You didn't have to do it again. You did it. But those recurring goals can be a bit boring sometimes, especially if you're in a weight loss journey and you gotta exercise every single day with one rest day or 2 rest days. And it's the same thing every single day, over and over. Drink water, exercise, go running, ride your bike, rollerblade, yada yada yada. But those recurring goals, if you stick with it for at least 21 days, it takes 21 days to become a habit. And after 21 days, you're good. It becomes a habit. It becomes something that you are able to do every single day. And then it's not so boring anymore. You plug it in your schedule. You still put it on your calendar or your goal list and you move it to the right, you move it to the right. That way by the end of the year, come December 31st, you can see how much you accomplished. You can see where you started and where you ended up. And my mentor, she shared her mirror in her bathroom with me and a few other ladies in December. And her mirror was covered in these little sticky notes. Little sticky notes. That's what she puts hers on. And that's what I use as well. It works. And her mirror wasn't a little tiny, small mirror. It was a nice, hefty, big size mirror. These are the sticky notes all over, layered on top of layer. And she accomplished them. So that got me thinking, well, if she can accomplish them, she's seeing her stuff every day, she's digging into her goals, I can do it too. Why not? Why not me? Why can't I do something great as well? No, we can't be like somebody else, but we can be us, and we can do something great with our life, with our own lives. So one thing I want to challenge you to do, get a piece of paper and write down something that you need to tell yourself in order to dig deeper into becoming more. Something I wrote down for myself was to stop being afraid to truly be yourself. And so many of us struggle with that because sometimes we care about what people think. Some people don't get us. Presenting ourselves to someone who is on a different level can be a conversation, can be a difficult conversation, because they don't understand our mindset. And so many times we don't even present ourselves to anybody. We just kind of pack it down, put ourselves in a bubble, and dish out tiny bits here and there. But I'm tired of dishing out tiny bits. I want to dish out everything, but not everything at once. But I want to be who I am. Who did God create me to be? He didn't create me to be this little tiny itty bitty person that just kind of sits back and watches. And I need to be up and living into what's going on, and just stop being afraid to be who I am. And I challenge you to stop being afraid to be who you are. But maybe there is something else that you need to work on that will help get you out of that little tiny mindset and that little tiny way of thinking to help you become more. Write it down, color it, put it in marker, make it big, and tape it on a wall. Tape it so you can see it every single day. And that goes for my goals. They're in a page protector. And I've got them written. These are my goals for the whole year. These are the goals that I absolutely want to accomplish this year. Sure, throughout the month I'll have other little goals that I'll throw in there. But those are goals that, I want to accomplish throughout the year. But these are the ones that are definites. Like, I don't want to end this year without accomplishing everything on this list. So think about that when you make your goals too, if you haven't done so already. What do you want to accomplish this year? We've got 11 months left in this year, and that's a long time. Days fly by fast, but if you're on top of your stuff, you can accomplish so much more than what you think. Get yourself involved in reading personal development books. On those times when we can't meet up with someone, or maybe you're in an area and you don't have groups or no groups that meet up personally. Books are amazing. Somebody else has gone through something that we're going to go through. Somebody else has gone through a struggle. They've had a setback. They've had something that broke a wall down and they were able to build it back up. Find those books and read. Read to yourself. Find those books and read. So much more can happen when you let somebody else in that has gone through something similar to your situation that you can relate to. Those books are going to empower you, motivate you, inspire you, and strengthen you. And I want so much more for you, just like I want for myself. But it takes us to be able to make our month count. So I hope that this really helped you, and if you have any questions, just comment on the page. Tag me, tag Nicole if you know us, and we will be there to help you. Another thing I want to show is some of the things that we use to set ourselves up for success sometimes isn't what we need. We need to get things that speak to us. Something like this: if your dreams don't scare you, they are not big enough. My dreams scare me to death. And so many times I don't know how I'm going to accomplish them. But I never lose hope, and I never think that I can't accomplish them. And this little cutie was at TJ Maxx, and it says, "Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself." And that's true. One last thing, my planner. I found this planner at Target, and it's teal. It's the color that I use in my branding, but it was plain. I'm not plain. I love color. So I turned it around and painted it. I made it colorful, something that spoke to me. And inside, for January, the calendar that I had, or the planner that I had last year, it was cute. It was small. It fit my purse. But I went through it to see if there was like maybe 2 more months left. Now some calendars still have a few more months after the year has changed, but there wasn't any. So I looked through it and it was blank. Like, I didn't even use it. I didn't write anything. I mean, I had a few things written down, but they were all in black ink, and it was one thing here, one thing in February, one thing in March, 2 things in, April, whatever. But I was determined, something's in my eye, to use this one. I made it colorful. I made everything stand out. And I did have my goals written down over here on these little tiny sticky notes, but those got moved throughout the month as I accomplished them. And the 2 that I didn't get to accomplish was, I didn't make it to church like I wanted to, but I did watch my sermons on TV, and I didn't get to finish reading that book. As you can see, I'm still reading it. But that worked for me. It worked so well. So I encourage you to do something like that as well. Something that's going to help you. But that's all I have for now. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to share it, please do. And I hope to see you next month. And if you're not local, check in again for another video. Talk to you soon. Bye.